Hey, Sean Chandler here, and I want to tell you how to get a good lighting setup for under $20. So to state the obvious, YouTube is a video format, so the picture quality matters. To give you the background on my setup right here, I'm using a 7-year-old video camera, and then I have about $20 worth of lights on me, and I'm in my garage, so there's a very cheap ceiling light right there and a halogen lamp about 10 feet over there, just kind of filling in some light in the space. But really my light is coming from about $15 worth of stuff I bought at Home Depot. Now you might be thinking, I don't look like I have a totally professional lighting setup, and that's kind of the point. I'm just a guy that wants good lighting to make some videos as a hobby on YouTube, and that's probably what you're doing as well. You're not a professional out to spend $300 on lights. You're just someone that wants to make videos that look good, that people enjoy watching so your channel can grow, and I can help you do that if you're starting out. As a starting point, you need to pick up 2 of these clamp lights. You can pick them up at any hardware store on planet Earth. They're like $5, $6, $7. They're very cheap, and they reflect light in a very powerful way. So pick up a couple of these, and then from there you need light bulbs. Specifically, I'm using 60-watt daylight bulbs. Daylight bulbs attempt to simulate the type of light that the sun generates. It's a well-balanced color that kind of gives you a normal look to you. So some lights emit cool lighting, which kind of has that blue look to it, and other light bulbs emit a warm light, a very orangish yellow look to it. And that's where when you use certain types of bulbs, it makes you look funny, it makes the stuff around you look funny, and it messes with the settings on your camera. And so you can switch through the different light settings on your camera, and sometimes it'll make you blue, sometimes it'll make you orange, and sometimes it makes you look normal. That has to do with trying to adjust for the type of light that the bulbs are emitting. That's why I use daylight bulbs, because they're the most well-rounded of the bulbs that I have found, and I would recommend you use them as well. And you can get a package of those bulbs for under $10, and they last a really long time. Modern light bulb technology is very good and very cost effective, and so you can pick those up once again at almost any store. I'm gonna have some resources down below in the description if you want to know exactly the bulbs that I'm using. Now honestly, that's all I'm using right now for lights. Shooting directly on me are 2 of those can bulbs with daylight bulbs. Another thing you might want to add, depending on how that looks in the space that you're using, is wax paper. What you might want to do is put wax paper in front of the bulb. You just tape it right in front of it, and it diffuses the light. Sometimes if you've got lights on you that are too close, it gets harsh, there's reflection off your glasses, there's a number of different things that could happen, and so you want to diffuse the light, make it kind of look soft on you, make it look balanced and even, and just putting some very simple wax paper in front of the light can diffuse the light for you, and it's dirt cheap. If you use wax paper, make sure you're being safe. Do not put wax paper in front of halogen bulbs. If it's starting to heat up, get warm, don't do it. But these types of bulbs that I'm talking about, they don't tend to heat up a whole lot, so you can do this if your dad's not a fire marshal, because if he is, he won't let you do that. So I don't know if you can tell, but I just added a 3rd light over my shoulder. In my lighting setup, I've got these 2 lights right in front of me. Each of them, the bulb is above my eye level, and the reason for that is if the light bulbs are too low, you start getting like that spooky flashlight look, which you don't want, where you have shadows shining up on your face. You want to aim your lights in such a way that you remove as many shadows kind of on your face so you look nice and evenly lit. So like even with my setup right now, the big problem is I'm getting shadows on my chest, but that's okay. That's not going to bother anybody too much. Now this 3rd light that's backlighting me actually has a different bulb that should be giving me kind of a little bit of an orange line on my shoulder. It gives a little bit more depth to the image. It's a stage lighting trick to give kind of the performers on the front of the stage depth to them so they kind of cut through on the front, and it works similarly in videos like this to try and make you kind of stand out and pop from the background. So there you have it. There's how you can have a nice, evenly lit image for under $15. If you want more tips like this, please consider clicking that subscribe button. This is a brand new channel. I haven't even decided on the name of it yet. If you've got some questions on how to do videos, on how to grow your YouTube channel, ask me in the comment section. I would love the challenge. I'm not an expert. I'm not a guy with hundreds of thousands of subscribers. I'm just someone that's trying to learn as I go, and I want to help people along the way. So tell me, how can I help you? I want to help however I can. Thank you for watching.